aka Eileen Littlecraft. That's just no information about this show. Arts, custom, and everything in between can be found on my website, EileenTheLittleCrafter.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Sorry. It is with a heavy heart that I would like to send my condolences, healing vibes, and prayers to everyone that has been affected by the Kyoto Animation Studios. And if you guys want to know more about that, then I suggest you Google it. It's a really tragic story, and I heard that there is a GoFundMe page going on. I don't know the details about that, but if you would like to donate, go check it out. Make sure it's legit. And I would like to share my favorite 2 animes that I could think of offhand. Beyond the Boundary and Violet Evergreen was that I could think of offhand about this what the studios created. Violet Evergreen, but it's just pure magic, and beyond the boundary, was such a touching, warm, heartfelt story. If you guys have not checked that out, you definitely should check those 2 out. I know Beyond the Boundary is, I forget if it's just on Crunchyroll or Funimation, or you can even check HVR. That's another streaming service. So anyways, so again, go check that out, and give your love and support to them. And it's kind of hard, to go on with this podcast because, people's lives were, taken, and it's hard. Anyways, I'm going to try my best to get through this podcast. I can tell you this much: it is bacon here not kind of in the apartment, but it is bacon here in New York City. We are under a heat advisory, so guys, please be safe. Especially, wherever you are, whether you're here in New York or abroad, please be safe. Drink plenty of water, wear like clothing, try and do things, if you have to, slow and steady, and patience, because when it's hot, people get irritable and stuff like that. So please, and don't forget to check on the elderly and your pets. Don't leave the kids in the car. Just, please use common sense, because it's just crazy. But anyways, I would also like to thank everybody that has been listening here and abroad. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your listening. And so I'm running a little late today, kind of feeling a little bummy. But, it is what it is. Oh, wait, before I forget, I would like to wish my cousin Jasmine a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jasmine. A huge shout out and a huge thank you to the best friend in the whole wide world, Miss Elisa Morrow. We finally had some lunch. Great catching up with you, girl. It's far too long. Safe trip back to Colorado. All right, guys. So in no particular order, I'm going to be giving you what I am watching for my summer 2019 anime. Can't believe that it's already here. There may be a few more added to the list. Not 100% sure. There is one recurring show, but for the most part, everything else is brand new. So let's get started with this list. All right. So like I said, no particular order. I was just looking and I'm like, okay, this is part of my list. And it's also, this one is Fire Force, which airs on Funimation and Crunchyroll. This one, it has a very unique premise. It's kind of firefighter meets exorcist kind of demon hunters in a way. I know it sounds extremely weird. I know it does. But trust me, this is a very interesting premise. Like I said, it is a very interesting one. Okay, so basically, the world is kind of been taken over by fire demons, I guess, in a way, and people are scared of being killed by fire. Because basically you turn into a demon. And they are children who basically are becoming half human, half demon that control these demon. I don't want to say demon powers, but these powers that people consider taboo in a sense because they don't really like them. But they are trying to use the main guy and his fellow power users, for lack of a better term. They go into this training for firefighting, and they are trying to build up their reputations as good, and doing good, for the sake of doing good. The main guy, the main protagonist of this particular program, basically lost his mother, and I also think his brother. It looked like, I don't remember if they said brother or, anyways, the fire, they thought that the fire was caused by him. He believes that it was caused by somebody else. He always said that he wanted to be a hero to protect his mother. So he becomes a firefighter to become a hero and to prove to the world that it wasn't him and that he isn't the monster that the world thinks that he is. So that is that. So the next one, hopefully I am pronouncing it right. Lord Elridge or Elroy, E-L, one word, second word, M-E-L-I, L-E-L-L-O-I. The second case files, Rail Zeppelin. It's on Funimation and Crunchyroll. Basically, this one is kind of it's kind of like a side story, and this is basically Waverly Velvet's story. He was one of the sorcerers or magicians that was fighting in the Fourth Holy Grail War in Fate. I want to say Fate Zero. Let me just double check that really quick. Yep, I was right. I always mix up the Fate Zero. Sorry. Okay, so I watched it, loved it. Was kind of hoping we would get either maybe more with them, more with the characters and stuff like that. We did, but some of the Fate Zeros or Fate whatever, the Fate series, it's kind of hit or miss for me. But this particular one and certain ones have been really good. This one is kind of like a side story of what happens to Waverly after he basically becomes destitute. His mentor was the First Lord, and he basically owes the house money, and the house is basically sounding like they are falling apart anyways because of circumstances or whatever the case may be. And the sister, the younger sister or the niece or whatever of the First Lord is basically telling him that he needs to take his place and work back the money. So they make the deal, and he doesn't want to be the First Lord. He says that he wants to be the Second Lord. So he takes the title and becomes a professor in the same studies. He also, same studies as his mentor. He is still kind of looking for his avatar that he had in Fate Zero, sorry. He misses him greatly, and he wants to be just like him, basically. And he wants to live a life that would make the Avatar, King of Conquerors, I believe, his was. He wants to live a life that the king would be proud of. Also, in the midst of all this, of finding himself or whatever the case may be, he is solving different types of cases. He does have a assistant, which we really don't know a lot about. Her name is Gray. She's kind of a really mystery. And I was watching something that kind of led me onto this. She kind of looks like Saber, just gray and smaller. I kind of do see that, younger, of course. I kind of do see that. I don't know if that's a quick dink or just something, the animated, or it's part of the story in that, who knows. So we don't know to make of that. Like I said, we don't know much about them. There was also other characters that are magic wielders as well, and there is a bunch of different cases. The second episode really is amazing, really great. You get to see more of Gray, and how Waverly Mind really works. It really was a very interesting case. So definitely check that out. Let me double check my notes. I'll let you guys know where that is coming from. Funimation and Crunchyroll so far. That's where I found it from. This one, Cobb. Why did I say Cobb? I meant Cop Craft. Interesting name. It kind of has the feel of the Blood Brigade. The way the opening number is very musical. With a bunch of different things going on. It kind of has that same feel and the same drawing. I'm not 100% sure if it's the same studio or not. It probably is, but if it isn't, oh well. But that's kind of the feel that it has. I enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed the first number. So basically, once again, it kind of has that same feeling where aliens, fairies, and all that other stuff, and humans have to coexist in a town. And there are a lot of things that are going on and new crimes. So there is also a new type of policeman or police force that is made up for certain crimes. And on top of that, now they have to work with a fairy knight, because there's a very important fairy that has been taken, captured, or kidnapped. In the process of all that, the detective loses his first partner in a drug bust, and that's when they see the fairy, but they don't really know that she's she's a very important. And then they're contacted by the fairy kingdom, and which they literally come out like the same thing, like a doorway, and nobody can get in and get out without permission. So it's really interesting. It's kind of like I said, it has the same premise. It's a really good story so far. And let's double check where we can see that from. You guys can catch that on Funimation, Crunchyroll, and Hulu. Funimation and Hulu. Not that one. I was reading the wrong thing. My apologies. The next one has been really, I think, in my opinion, has been setting the internet abuzz. I think it was released about maybe a month or two when they started announcing about it. And I was like, okay. So, this one is Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone, basically, it takes place, everyday life. They're just kind of, in high school. Then all of a sudden, ramo presto, people are turned into stone. All of a sudden, the main character, which is Dr. Stone, he breaks out, and then one of his friends breaks out. And they are trying to figure out how to bring the world out of the Stone Age. In the midst of all this, they actually do revive somebody that they felt that could help in their immediate danger. But he has plans, or is thinking that, maybe we shouldn't bring back the adults. Maybe it's their fault, and that they corrupted the world, and that it would be just best to not bring back the adults, but basically just bring back, I guess, like teens and children. So, and Dr. Stone basically is like, no, I'm going to free everybody, and I'm going to bring back the world that we had before this incident happens. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things, elements going on there. It's really nicely drawn. I don't like one particular character, but it is what it is, So Dr. Stone can be found, Crunchyroll and Funimation. Alright, so this one is, I think I could only find it on Crunchyroll, but, yeah, so I don't know if, I was looking and I couldn't find it anyplace else. This one is To the Abandoned Beast. This one is a country divided once again, and one country experiments on super soldiers, making super soldiers. At the end of the war, they are starting to be eliminated because the experiment was not what basically they thought that they can send them rewind the okay, my brain is frying. It's too hot in here. All right, let's do this. So the war goes on, and as the war is going on, they think that they can reverse the process, but it's not working out that way. And more of the soldiers are giving in to their beast forms and starting to wreak havoc for their platoons and for themselves. When the war finally ended, some of the beasts seemed like they were doing okay, and then not good. But before the war had ended, the scientist that created them, who happened to be a childhood friend of the captain, and I think the lieutenant, I think he was a lieutenant, I don't know. The three of them were friends. Two, the girl, Jill, and the other one was the captain, were from an orphanage, and the other guy was from a rich family, and they all were friends. The Lord kills Jill before she almost kills the captain, because she was going to kill off all of the soldiers, because she knew that, actually that was her order, to kill all of them, but it didn't work out that way. So anyway, so as they went home, things started going awry, so now the captain has to search out and put an end to these guys, because they are no longer human. They're losing their minds and doing bad things to people around them. So they are a danger to themselves and the world around them. And one of the soldiers has a child, and she basically follows the captain along to figure out why he's doing this and all this other stuff. So it's a lot of things going on within this anime. It's really good, I think. I think it's worth watching. And again, that is To the Abandoned Beast, and that is on Crunchyroll. If you guys found it anyplace else, please let me know down below in the comments, or question, or you can always email me and let me know where you found it at. My email address is Eileen at EileenLittleCrafter.com. This one is in its, I hope I'm not hitting the mic too much. I feel like I am. This one is in its second season, which I really love. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I'm really enjoying this. This one is Demon Slayer. You can find this on Funimation, Crunchyroll, and Hulu. It is in its second season. This time around, the main protagonist is finding himself and strength, and also finding strength in his... I hope you guys don't hear that. I'm sorry. I thought I found a quiet spot in the house. Like I said, the main protagonist, or the main character, is basically, he is finding strength in himself, really looking for the cure, and for his sister Natsuke. I think it's Natsuke. Oh, I always pronounce things wrong. My apologies. So his name, I think, is Totoro. Um, so now we're being introduced to more demons. We're also introducing to more characters of the demon core, I think, or demon slaying core. So they are working together, and yeah. So, like I said, we're learning more about his strength. We're learning more about his sister. We're learning more about different characters, and also them working together and coming together as a team. It's really interesting. This last case was really interesting to watch, and I cannot wait to see more. We're getting to know about the characters. We're getting to know about their abilities, other characters, and also seeing the main character use his abilities and become stronger with each fight, and has this once again unique ability to bring people together, and it's really good. So we shall see where that heads. And again, that is a season 2. It's been going on for a while. So yeah, again, that is Demon Slayer. It's on Funimation, Crunchyroll, and Hulu. Alright guys, so that's my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wow, 6 anime. Holy cow. This summer's looking good. Alright guys, so I hope that you have enjoyed this podcast. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. And if you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below, or you can always email me your comments and questions. My email address is Eileen at EileenLittleCrafter.com. Thank you for listening. Sorry, I'm just kind of in video mode. For listening. Also, if you guys are interested in video content from me, head on over to my YouTube channel. I'm Eileen the Little Crafter, or just look for the Little Crafter Show. Or you can always go to my website. It has all the links to my social media stuff. And yeah, if you're into right now what I'm working on, planner stuff, I have a new video up about that and what I've been setting up, and this week's whatchamacallit is how I put together this week's weekly spread. Alright guys, so again, thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and if you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Or you can always email me your comments and questions. My email address is Eileen at EileenLittleCrafter.com. Sorry if I sound redundant. Have a great weekend, and please be safe out there. And my blessings, prayers, and love and support to everyone affected by the Kyoto Animated Studios tragedy. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye for now.